A very good morning to all of you. Welcome to Standard 1 students. I am Ms. Shweta Mishra and I am going to teach you science today. And I would like to know that everyone is studying at home very nicely and they are not disturbing their parents in their studies. So if you're having any doubts, students, please attend the classes so that you will ask your teachers about all the doubts. Okay. And whatever the problems you are facing, you can solve it in your class itself. Okay. So it's very important for all of you to attend the classes. Now today in science we are going to study chapter number 10, that is keeping safe. Now we are going to learn in this chapter how to keep ourselves safe. Okay, now let's see chapter number 10, keeping safe. Now, being safe means to stay away from any danger. We might get hurt if we become careless. So we should be careful and alert. Now, as we all are knowing that if we are careless, what will happen? We will hurt ourselves, right? So we should always be careful and alert, and we should always see for whatever problem is coming in our way. So let's see some of the points. Now, at home, what are the safety rules that we should follow? Do not run on the stairs. You may fall and get hurt. As you all know, the steps are narrow and we can fall from it. Okay, when we are running, we are not able to control ourselves. If something comes in our way, we will not be able to control ourselves and we can trip over it and fall down. Right? And next is, do not leave your toys on the floor. You might trip over it. Right, we should never leave our toys on the floor because it is very dirty also, and as a second thing, it is very dangerous also. We can fall from it. Okay, next is, do not touch electric switches with wet hands. You can get an electric shock. As you all are knowing that when we are touching electric things, what will happen is that we will get electric shocks. You can see in the picture, the child was touching the switchboard and he got an electric shock, which is also dangerous. So we should never touch electric switches, especially with wet hands. Okay, now do not play with fire. You may burn yourself. As you can see in the picture, the child is not aware that he is burning the curtains behind him. Okay, so we should never play with fire because it is very dangerous for all of us. Now, do not play with sharp or pointed objects. You might get hurt. Now, you can see that when we are playing with sharp and pointed objects, we are not knowing that how to handle those things. You all are especially kids. You will not be knowing how to handle that. And if you are playing, and if what can happen is that you will hurt yourself. You might cut your finger or your hand, and it's very dangerous. You will get pain and you will be hurt and injured. So it's not good that you will play with those things. Okay, always tell your mother or father or any elder person in your house to do whatever work you want to do with that sharp and pointed objects. Okay, now do not leave soap on the floor. You can slip or fall. As you all know, the soaps are slippery and we can fall over it. Do not take any medicine without asking elders. It may harm you because medicines have side effects, and if we eat medicines without taking the permission, it can harm us. We will fall sick more, and maybe we can go into hospitals also. So it's better not to take any medicine without asking your elders. Okay. Now on the road, what are the safety rules that we should follow on the road? Always walk on the footpath. A footpath is a safe place to walk. If you do not find a footpath, walk on the safe side of road. As we all know that walking on the safe side of the road prevents us from getting an accident, right? So it's always suggested that we should always walk on the footpath. Cross the road only at the zebra crossing because all the vehicles has to stop before zebra crossing. Okay, so what we should do is we should always cross the road at zebra crossing. Okay, before crossing the road, look to your right, look to your left, and again to your right to see if any vehicle is coming or not. Okay, and then you can cross the road. Then you will be aware that no vehicle is coming, and then you can cross the road. Moving to next, cross the road only where there is no traffic in your way. Now, it's not that we have to just see that it is zebra crossing, but we have to also see that there is no traffic there. No cars, no bikes, nothing is coming in our way. Okay, so we should always cross the road where the road is free of danger, that is cars and vehicles. Okay, we should not cross the road on a busy road. We should always use the other way. We should always see that when the road is empty, then we have to cross it. Now, be careful on rainy days because the road becomes slippery due to heavy rain that is occurring always. Okay, maybe it can rain for the whole day or the whole week. So because of the rain, the waters are there on the road and it becomes slippery. So we should be careful during rainy days. Now, always hold the hands of an elder while walking on the road because elders know how to cross the road, right? So what we should do is we should always hold the hands of elderly persons. They will make us cross the road. Now, do not play or run on the road because playing or running on the road may lead to accidents and that can hurt us, right? So we should never play or run on the road. Now, at school, what are the different safety rules that we should follow in the school? Let's see. Do not run around the classroom. Sit at your place. Do not jump on desks and chairs. Now, what can happen when we are running around in the classroom? We may get stuck by a table or a chair and we will get hurt, right? And then when we are jumping on the desk and chairs, what will happen? We can fall down and then we can hurt ourselves. So we should never do all these things, that is running in the classroom or jumping on the desk and chairs. Okay, now stand in a queue to get into or get off a bus. That's very important for us to know that when we are going in a line, it is preventing us from falling down. Okay, so we should always follow the line, that is the queue. Okay, and then only we can go in the bus or get out of a bus so that we will not fall down. Moving to next, do not lean out of window of a bus. Do not throw things out of moving bus. It may hurt someone. Okay, as you all know that leaning out of the bus, why it is dangerous? Because we are not knowing that any vehicle is coming from behind. Okay, and if you are leaning out, the vehicle is coming and we can have an accident. So we should not lean out of the window. And the second very important thing is never throw anything out of the bus window. Okay, because what can happen, someone may be crossing from there and they will get hurt. Okay, it can land on their head or somewhere and they will get hurt. So we should not throw these things outside the window, especially moving window or standing also. It's very important. Now in the playground, play in a safe place such as park or a playground. Do not push others on slides or swings. Do not tease animals, they may bite you. Now, play in a safe place such as park or playground because that place is meant to play only. Okay, and there is no vehicles there, so we will not get hurt. Now, do not push others on slides or swings. Okay, why? Because if we are pushing them, what will happen is that if they are not ready and we push them, they will fall down and they will hurt themselves. Okay, so it's very dangerous. Never push anyone on slides or swings. Do not tease animals, they may bite you. Now the animals we are not knowing. Now they are living peacefully and if we go and tease them, what will happen? They will get irritated and they can come and bite us, especially dogs. So we should not do this. You can see children are playing in the park and this boy in the other picture is pushing someone, which is not good because that other child will be not ready and they will fall down and get hurt. Okay. Then you can see the dog is biting the man. So we should never tease them because they can bite us and in the same way. So never tease any animal on the road. Don't throw anything, stones or anything. Don't throw at them. Now this is your book page that you all have to read. Being safe means to stay away from any danger. We might get hurt if we become careless. So we should be careful and alert. Here are some safety rules that we must follow to keep safe at home. Do not run on the stairs. You may fall and get hurt. Do not leave your toys on the floor. You might trip over them. Do not touch electric switches with wet hands. You can get an electric shock. Do not play with fire. You may burn yourself. Do not play with sharp or pointed objects. You might get hurt. Do not leave soap on the floor. You can slip or fall. Do not take any medicine without asking elders. It may harm you. Okay? Now on the road, always walk on the footpath. A footpath is a safe place to walk. If you do not find a footpath, walk on the safe side of the road. Cross the road only at the zebra crossing. Before crossing the road, look to your right, then to your left, and again to your right. Cross the road only where there is no traffic in your way. Be careful on rainy days because the roads become slippery. Always hold the hands of an elder while walking on the road. Do not play or run on the road. Now, no more. Children and young people who ride a bicycle should also follow the traffic lights. Now, at school, okay, do not run around in the classroom. Sit at your place. Do not jump on the desk and chairs. Let's see the next. That is, do not lean out of a window of a bus. Do not throw things out of a moving bus. It may hurt someone. Now, in the playground, play in a safe place such as a park or a playground. Do not push others on slides or swings. Do not tease animals, they may bite you. Okay? Now, in the swimming pool, that is also very important to know that there is some safety rules that we should follow in the swimming pool as well. So, what are they? Always go for swimming with an adult because they know how to swim and they will protect us from drowning. So, never ever go alone in the swimming pool. Okay? Swim only in shallow water. Do not go in deep water. Shallow means where there is less water. Okay. And we should never go in deep water because we will not be able to handle ourselves and we can drown in it. Use a swimming tube because swimming tube keeps our body floating in the water. Okay. So we should always use swimming tubes. Now, let's see our homework. Okay, before that, let's revise what we have studied in this chapter. Being safe means to stay away from danger. Keep away from fire, sharp objects and electric objects. Always walk on the footpath. Do not run around in the classroom. Stand in a queue to get into or get off a bus. Play in a safe place. Always go for swimming with an adult. Now, this is a total overall look of the chapter what we have studied. Okay, so moving towards our definition, students, that is your homework also that you have to learn and write in your copy. So let's see the definitions. First one is safety. What is safety? To avoid getting hurt is called safety. Safety, to avoid getting hurt is called safety. Okay, then it is safety rules. Rules that keep us safe, it will be R, okay, are called safety rules. Rules that keep us safe are called safety rules. Now moving to the definition number 3 and 4, let's see. Queue. A line of people waiting for something is called queue. Queue. A line of people waiting for something is called queue. Next is trip. To catch the foot against something so as to fall is called trip. Trip. To catch the foot against something so as to fall is called trip. Now we have some more definitions, students. Let's see. You have to learn all these definitions and write down in your copy. Okay, remember that. The next one is footpath. What is footpath? A place alongside the road meant for people to walk is called footpath. It is also known as pavement. Footpath, a place alongside the road meant for people to walk is called footpath. It is also known as pavement. The next one is first aid. Okay, so let's see what is first aid, students. Immediate treatment given to an injured person is called first aid. First aid, immediate treatment given to an injured person is called first aid. And what is a first aid box, students? A box that contains medicines for first aid is called first aid box. First aid box, a box that contains medicines for first aid is called first aid box. Now, medicines for first aid, that means when someone is hurt or injured or sick, what do? We give some medicines. Like whenever someone gets a cut in our hand, like for example, I'm doing something and I get a cut in my hand. So will I go to a doctor, or what will I do? First of all, I'll go and put some Dettol on that with cotton, and then I'll put a bandage. So that is what we call the first aid. Okay, so a box in which medicines are kept for immediate treatment is known as first aid box. Okay, that's why we have written a box that contains medicine for first aid is called first aid box. So this is your homework, students, that you all have to do in your science copy. Okay, you have to learn these 7 definitions and then write it down in your copy. So I hope everyone understood everything. Thank you everyone and have a great day. Thank you.